You must pray. But let me tell you, the prayer is not going to be answered to your satisfaction. In many instances, your prayer will be unanswered. The thing that you're asking for is not going to be given to you. But in my personal experience, if the one that I'm asking for is not given to me, what happens is that something better awaits me. Something much better. Let me cite you an example. People were talking about my career in the Naval Academy and having graduated from the Philippine Military Academy. The first time I took the PMA exam in 1964, I flunked it. And the reason for that was I had a mental block as far as mathematics was concerned. I excelled in English, I excelled in scholastic aptitude, but my grade in mathematics was, I think at that time, 14%. How could one possibly pass the PMA exam? Although I prayed a lot, but the prayer was not answered because I was prayed. But of course, after that examination, something happened. That mental block all of a sudden disappeared. I was happy that some PMA graduates lectured me on the intricacies of math, that it was not a difficult subject matter. So the next time around, I prayed. In 1965, I prayed again, and this time my prayer was answered. Instead of flunking, I came out number 3 in the PMA entrance examination in 1965, and I did even better when I made it all the way to the U.S. Naval Academy. So yung sinasabi ko, pag kayo ay nagdadasal at hindi sinasagot ng tama yung dasal ninyo, sa tingin nyo ay hindi na ibigay yung pinagdarasal, okay, malulungkot. Maybe there's something waiting for you. Believe me. Now the second value that I would like to discuss is the value of courage. When I reported finally to the post office, this was before I formally reported, the president appointed me and told me, okay, I am not going to announce yet your appointment, but what you do is report to the post office, go there, and be briefed by the people in the post office. So ano nangyari? Sumakay ako ng elevator, mag-isa lang ako, wala akong mga entourage. Pagdating ko ng elevator, sabi ng mga nakasabay ko sa elevator, uy, nabalitaan niyo ba, meron na rin bagong na-appoint, kasi may rumor nila nun. Meron na rin na-appoint na Postmaster General, may bagong Postmaster General. O, tahimik na ako, hindi pa nila ako kilala. Sabi na, wala rin mangyayari na sa tao na, sigurado masisira rin yan dito. And that was a scary experience for me, but instead of being scared, that helped me courage to have the heart to face tremendous odds. And when I asked my family and consulted them, because the president was going to appoint me already, I consulted them, what do you think of this possibility of me becoming a Postmaster General? My friends, my family, and most important of all, my mother, were all against my going to the post office. Dahil sabi nila, walang mangyayari siya dyan, masisira ka dyan. Ang dami ng dumaan dyan, walang mangyayari sa post office na yan. It was really a very scary thing. But you know, for some reason, every time people try to discourage me, the more I became tempted to go into it. Because my friends in the Philippine Air Force, when we speak of courage, courage is different from bravery. You know, bravery is not fearing anything. Iba yung bravery, iba yung courage. Courage is facing something that you fear. Bravery is, meron mga matapang, talagang matapang eh. Wala silang kinatatakutan o kaya hindi nila naintindihan yung pinapasukan nila dahil matapang sila. But courage is something that scares you. But in spite of what you feel, you face your fear and go into it. It's not fearlessness, it is the ability to face fear. I remember one of my most interesting characters in the Air Force, the Philippines during that time, was General Isleta. I don't know if you're familiar with General Isleta, who was a very familiar figure in the CRS. You know, he recounted to me an experience when he was still a junior officer assigned. He was one of the tactical officers in the Philippine Military Academy during my time. In fact, he was the one who informed me that I was already selected for reporting to the U.S. Naval Academy. Ano sabi ni General Sleta? Alam mo, Roy, nung panahon ko sa PMA, takot din ako sa multo. Kasi marami mga ghost stories in the Philippine Military Academy. So sabi niya, hindi mo pwede na habang buhay na matatakot ako sa multo. Anong ginawa ni General Sleta according to him? Pupunta siya doon sa cemetery, you know that road going to Luwakan. Merong old cemetery doon. And he said he went there one night, all alone, and he spent the night there in the cemetery. At naghihintay siya na talaga merong lalabas sa multo. Of course, walang lumabas sa multo, but what he shared to me is his ability to face his fear, yung fear of ghosts. And after that, he was able to surmount that fear. I remember also, you know, the closest that I came to becoming an Air Force man was when I joined the jump school in Fort Benning, Georgia. I also went to jump school. But at that time, I had fear of jumping also. But I told myself, this is something that I have to go through. Although I was so scared of jumping out of a plane, I said, I have to go through this. And I did it, and I surmounted my fear, and that helped a lot. You know, it helped a lot in developing that courage within you. Boxing is also a scary experience. When you go boxing, when you go up the ring, you don't know how you would look like when you come down the ring. Siguro very pa sa inyo nag-boxing din. And if you think that boxers are fearless people, believe me, you're wrong. Nung nagbo-boxing kami sa brigade boxing, bago simula yung boxing fights, pag pumunta ka doon sa CR, doon sa McDonough Hall, where the brigade boxing tournament is being handled, doon sa CR, yung mahabang CR doon para sa mga midshipmen, pag sumilip ka doon sa break ng mga CR, puro boxing doon sa makikita mo. Nakaupo lahat halos, ang dami mga boxers doon, getting rid of their butterflies in their stomach. Kasi siyempre, kabado rin kami. Hindi namin alam kung ano mangyayari sa amin. Pagkakit namin sa ring, that is what I call courage, fearlessness. And that is true also in your career. And what do they say about courage? Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. I'm a firm believer in that. There have been so many crossroads in my career where I had to exercise courage, whether in politics, in the post office, as deputy administrator in maritime